Alright guys, so before we install the HID system in our car, I just want to go over all the pieces and stuff inside the house. This little thing right here, this is actually my dog laying down, so don't mind that as she moves around. So here we have some from OPT7. These are just the capacitors. These will go inline. What these do is they help with the flickering and stuff like that of HIDs. With the newer computers, they don't like the different voltages, or when the voltages pulse on the because of the ballast. The way they draw in the power is different than a traditional halogen bulb, so a lot of computers get messed up and they don't like that. So with having a capacitor, power is able to be stored in there, and the ballast can pull it. So the power going before the ballast is more, I guess, even as a halogen would pull. So in the first box here, we have some extensions in case the connection from the ballast to your factory isn't long enough. It's nice that they provide those. You can tell that they're really trying to limit the amount of wiring. If I show you on my old HID system, I mean, they have a lot of length on their wiring. Here's a bulb. Once again, you shouldn't touch these. Any kind of oil and stuff will quickly burn out the bulb. It's two of them in there. So these, because the high beam and the low beam in my car is separate, it's very straightforward wiring. These two connections, well, they connected it here, but it's not supposed to, will actually go into the ballast. There's that. Okay, I'm going to talk about this manual in a minute, because when companies do a good job on the installation guides, I like to talk about it because, and I'll show you in a minute what I mean, why it's, really nice that the way they did that. This is the ballast. I'm showing you also my car. These are tiny, they're really, since the past 3-4 years since I got their products, they're really becoming very efficient. I mean, this is a very, very small ballast, and this is for a 55 watt. So they're, pretty straightforward. This end, you put your factory, then you have your connections for your bulbs. You also have a sticky pad. The sticky pad you can stick there, and then stick it to any metal piece of your car. 3 years ago when I installed it in Scion, what I did was I went down and got some industrial strength and before I got some industrial strength tape. That's basically what I used. So that's pretty much it. So let's take a look at this installation guide, because they really put a lot of time into this when designing this out. A lot of questions that we look for on YouTube is actually answered in this booklet if you get this kit. So it's very nicely laid out. You have all your all the equipment included. You have safety check, things like that. That's not why I'm showing this, but you got all your bulbs and what to do. But here's where it gets nice. So you have single high beam. You got your for your vehicles that have both high and low built into the same bulb. So you have those kind of wiring schematics. You have both simple with non-relay and capacitors, or with relay capacitors, and then with the high-low built-in, you have the simple installation and the installation with the lead relay or capacitors and the bi-xenon bulbs installation. So let's take a look at it. Really clean. If it's here, let me lower the intensity on this. There we go. Alright, so if you look at this, really simple. And if you go on this side, it shows you with the relay where all the wires are going to go and be connected, and there's where we're going to be putting the capacitor, and you can see it's right between the factory harness and the ballast. This is for single. They did a very nice job. They took a lot of time doing this. This is for the high-low together. I mean, for both sides. Very, very nice job, and I love when companies spend time and they can make a really, really good manual. You know, they show you how to test, they give you some troubleshooting, which is pretty much what we explain on YouTube anyways. You know, basically if it doesn't work, disconnect. So very, very nice job. You know, shout out to OPT7 for that. You know, you guys really upped your game since I bought your products 3-4 years ago. It even has some of the plugs of the H2, H3. I believe this is, oh sorry, the H13s. You have the, what the little pins mean, all the wiring colors. I mean, just, you know, just a fantastic job overall. So let's get this product installed.